Imagine the NBA landscape reshaped by bold, game-changing decisions. As teams vie for dominance, a few pivotal moves have the power to redefine the 2025 season. These high-stakes gambits could catapult franchises to glory or plunge them into chaos. As the 2025 season approaches, we're witnessing a series of seismic shifts that promise to redefine the league's power dynamics. From superstar trades to unexpected signings, the offseason has been a whirlwind of activity. Number 5. Isaiah to OKC Thunder. Can someone who averaged less than 8 points per game last season really influence the NBA title contest? The response is a resounding yes for someone like Isaiah Hartenstein. The 26-year-old big signed a 3-year, $87 million contract to depart the New York Knicks for the Oklahoma City Thunder, a club in great need of inside ability. Hartenstein has regularly shown a positive swing rating over his career. The Knicks improved by 11.1 points per 100 possessions when he was on the court last season, putting him in the 95th percentile according to Cleaning the Glass. Hartenstein's leaving surely undermines the Knicks' chances for a championship, while greatly improving Oklahoma City's prospects. Hartenstein, who stands 7 feet tall and weighs 250 pounds, exceeds his new front court partner Chet Holmgren by more than 40 pounds. Hartenstein's size advantage enables him to manage more physically demanding defensive duties, thereby conserving Holmgren for a possible lengthy playoff run and maybe extending his minutes from the 29.4 he averaged last season. Hartenstein's presence also tackles one of the Thunder's key shortcomings: rebounding. Oklahoma City finished 13th out of the 16th playoff teams, 47.5%, and 28th overall in total rebounding percentage, 48.4% last season. Hartenstein's ability to rule the boards should greatly raise these figures by giving the Thunder more second-choice chances and restricting those for their opponents. Hartenstein's influence goes beyond simply defense and rebounding, though. On both ends of the floor, he is a flexible player who adds with his passing and sporadic scoring, therefore rendering great value. His broad skill set should enable the young Thunder team to approach title contention. Hartenstein's acquisition not only closes a gap, but also makes the Thunder a more fierce adversary. Especially against clubs with strong big men, his defensive ability and muscular presence in the paint provide the Thunder a crucial edge in certain matchups. This action sets Oklahoma City as a major Western Conference contender, ready to challenge for the NBA title. Number 4. OG Anunoby re-signs with the Knicks. Although Jalen Brunson might be the New York Knicks' soul and heart, the re-signing of OG Anunoby is the game-changer that raises championship prospects for the franchise. Given that Anunoby has not yet made an all-star squad in his 7 seasons, his 5-year, $212 million contract, ranking as the 15th largest in NBA history, is seemingly extravagant. Nonetheless, the Knicks' choice to keep him is a calculated action that will help them to be very competitive for the 2025 championship. Not just any old player, Anunoby is a top defender whose influence on the floor is indisputable. He averaged 14.1 points, 4.4 rebounds, and 1.7 steals per game after joining the Knicks. His 39.4% from outside the arc is very outstanding. With Anunoby in the lineup, the team's record tells volumes. They were 20-3 instead of a meager 30-29 without him. This disparity shows up in a stunning 72-10 record, just short of the best in NBA history, versus a mere 41-42 record like this year's Houston Rockets during an 82-game season. Although the Knicks might not keep up a 70-win pace, a strong season from Anunoby, combined with stars like Mikal Bridges and Julius Randle, would readily see them approaching 60 victories. Last season, Anunoby's swing rating, plus 23.9, was the greatest in the NBA, even above current MVP Nikola Jokic. Both players had the most major influence on the performance of their respective teams, despite their differing playing approaches. Yes, handing Anunoby more than $40 million a year is a big outlay. Still, letting a player of his kind go would have been a considerably bigger loss. Anunoby is a great asset to the Knicks because of his defensive skills as well as his offensive ones. Re-signing by Anunoby indicates the Knicks' dedication to assembling a roster fit for a title. The Knicks' defense gains a crucial layer from his ability to guard several points and throw off opponent plays. Offensively, his consistent shooting and timely scoring offer the ideal balance to Brunson's playmaking and Randle's inside game. Anunoby's attendance on the court also alters the Knicks' lineup's dynamics. Coach Tom Thibodeau's adaptability lets him apply different defensive tactics and attacking configurations, which increases the team's unpredictable nature and difficulty to challenge. Beyond the stat sheet, Anunoby's work ethic and leadership set a benchmark for his colleagues, therefore promoting resilience and quality in their culture. Klay Thompson chooses the Mavs. The most shocking jersey change this autumn will surely be Klay Thompson's choice to sign a sign-and-trade contract with the Dallas Mavericks from the Golden State Warriors after 13 seasons. The Western Conference dynamics could be very changed by this action. The lack of Thompson's scoring, floor spacing, and legendary presence will surely affect Golden State's championship ambitions, even if the Warriors manage to sign DeAnthony Melton, Buddy Hield, and Kyle Anderson to offset. On the other hand, Thompson's arrival in Dallas increases the Mavericks' chances for a championship, since they want to make 2 straight NBA Finals comebacks. Dallas's offensive space will be much improved by including Thompson in the starting lineup instead of Derrick Jones Jr. With 34.3%, Jones's best three-point shooting season is nowhere compared to Thompson's worst year, 38.5%. Jones, a 30.4% career three-point shooter, had his greatest season playing with top creators like Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving. But it's not surprising. With Doncic on the court, Dallas's effective field goal percentage jumped 4.1 percentage points last season, highlighting his capacity to generate open shots for his teammates. Dallas can now depend on top three-point shooting accuracy from Thompson, who averaged 3.5 made threes a game last season, a record only exceeded once in Mavericks history by Doncic's 4.1. Last season's 50 wins saw the Mavericks average 15.8 made threes per game. This decreased to 12.8 in their 32 losses. Thompson's acquisition will probably help to close this disparity, so the Mavericks should become even stronger. Selecting the Mavericks also meant rejecting an offer from the Los Angeles Lakers, who allegedly presented Thompson with a 4-year, $80 million contract. Sam Amick of The Athletic reports, "This choice not only makes Dallas stronger, but also leaves the Lakers and the old Warriors maybe assigned play in team status once more vulnerable." Number 3. Paul George to the 76ers. Paul George's choice to go from the Los Angeles Clippers to the Philadelphia 76ers was more than just another free agent action. It was a seismic change that destroyed aspirations for a championship for one team and opened a fresh title window for another. Though there are still worries over Paul George and Joel Embiid's health come playoff time, Tyrese Maxey, teamed with either George or Embiid, might be sufficient to drive the Sixers to the finals. Maxey by themselves was insufficient. George stays a top two-way player even at 34. Only Kawhi Leonard joined him last season in averaging at least 20 points and 1.5 steals per game, while shooting over 40% from 3. Dunks and threes also noted, George rated 8th or higher in predicted wins, added 14.8, and estimated plus-minus 5.7. Given the Eastern Conference's wing-heavy makeup, George's inclusion is particularly noteworthy. Teams like the New York Knicks with Mikal Bridges and OG Anunoby, and the Boston Celtics with Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown provide tough challenges. George's presence offers Philadelphia a vital edge in some possible postseason games. Bringing 114 games of postseason experience over 11 runs, George presents the Sixers with a seasoned veteran capable of grabbing command in a crisis. His ability to deflect defensive focus from Embiid and Maxey means the opponent can no longer double-team Philly's stars without leaving a deadly scorer open. George's leaving on the other side hurts the Clippers terribly. With a net rating of plus 10.6 last season, George Leonard and James Harden's trio ranked 94th percentile. The rating for just Leonard and Harden dropped to minus 2.2, without George, falling to the 42nd percentile. The Clippers finished 3-5 in games that George missed, which emphasizes his great on-court presence. Now, the Clippers have an unclear future, battling just to be seen as a postseason lock without George. By comparison, the Sixers have now shot into the field of actual title contenders. George's signing improves their defensive skills and provides yet another elite offensive threat, therefore strengthening the Sixers' position in the East. Number 2. Caldwell-Pope says goodbye to the Nuggets. The Denver Nuggets celebrated their NBA title barely more than a year ago, but today, the franchise finds itself dangerously near to a notable drop in the Western Conference standings. The Oklahoma City Thunder matched Denver's 57-win record last season and strengthened their lineup with prospective starters Alex Caruso and Isaiah Hartenstein. While the Dallas Mavericks made it to the NBA Finals and acquired Klay Thompson, the Minnesota Timberwolves eliminated the Nuggets in the playoffs. Concurrently, the New Orleans Pelicans, with DeJounte Murray, Sacramento Kings with DeMar DeRozan, and the Houston Rockets' number 3 overall pick Reed Shepherd all show promise to be more competitive next season. Number 1. Changing Kentavious. Caldwell-Pope for Christian Braun is a significant danger for the Nuggets. There is a big hole left by Caldwell-Pope's absence. Betting on Braun runs a high risk. Though there have been some exciting postseason events over the previous 2 years, Braun's total influence has been modest. During the 2024 postseason, the 23-year-old scored just 5.1 points in 17.0 minutes per game and shot a terrible 22.2% from the three-point range. Now, it's pretty difficult to expect Braun to match Caldwell-Pope's scoring and defensive abilities, hence this action further weakens an already lean Nuggets bench. Not starting 5 in the NBA spent more time together than Denver's core of Jamal Murray, Caldwell-Pope, Michael Porter Jr., Aaron Gordon, and Nikola Jokic, who logged 1,923 combined possessions last season. Braun and the other starts, on the other hand, shared the court for just 52 possessions. Denver's dubious financial choices are returning to bother them now. The team's present situation has resulted from Michael Porter Jr.'s maximum contract, Zeke Naji's 4-year $32 million deal, and the re-signing of Reggie Jackson last year. Losing Caldwell-Pope will seriously jeopardize the Nuggets' title prospects going forward. And that's all the time we've got for today, folks. We hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and do hit that bell icon on your way out. We'll see you all next time.